Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. What a day. Welcome back to another episode of Sports for Dummies, the number one podcast for sports experience. My name is Josh, your guide through the world of sports, and I'm joined by the man, the myth, the NBA guru, also my fellow co-host, John. In this episode, we're going to be diving into the daily recap of the NBA games, especially the Battle of the Titans, the Celtics and the Thunder Tooth Cats is what we're going to call them. And then we've got another segment where we talk about our fifth current NBA player sixth current NBA player of all time. And then please stick around. We do have a special guest to announce who is coming on later this week. So, Johnny, how are you doing?
Who played today?
We'll jump straight into it. So we actually had the Cellar Dwellers. First cab off the rank.
Yeah, it was a bit. You had the clash of the Titans, but to start it off, it's good that we've got the worst tides in the history of sport.
Yeah, literally the worst. And we had the Pistons and the Spurs. I'm going to just state the scores, but then we did have a pretty impressive highlight by a very young rookie. Pistons 108, the Spurs 130. So Pistons just nowhere to be seen. Spurs definitely doing well. And Victor Wemby, congratulations on your first triple-double. That's massive.
Yeah, triple-double, 20 minutes. Just looking at the Spurs team, everyone, the majority had double digits.
In time.
But no one scored more than 21 points in the whole game, and that was on the Pistons as well. Would have been an interesting...
Pop's tanking, as you said.
Yeah. Of course. We know what Pop is about.
It makes sense. Pistons are in all sorts of strife. Don't they have one of the highest paid coaches currently in the league? What the fuck happened there?
And, both of them. The two highest coaches are...
Tanking. Yeah.
It's so funny in football, it's like massive fines, investigations. Now they just openly do it here.
No, literally. It's weird. I was speaking
to a corrupt sport.
It is.
The players get paid heaps of money and then will just not play. The refs have all been done before for match fixing.
Yeah, why not?
It's such a corrupt sport.
I guess when you have billionaires who own these
of course.
They're companies. They're running companies here. They want to be able to make profits and do what they need to do. If they want to get superstars in, then they need to get the number one pick. They flog the team off and say, don't play as many minutes as you should. Wemby, he had a triple-double in 21 minutes of gameplay. I said yesterday on record, it would have been great to see him play for 48 minutes. He didn't. He played fucking not even half a game. Anyway, jump into the next game. We had the Hornets and the Kings. The Hornets 98 to the Kings 1-2-3. We're not going to jump into that third game. We're actually going to review it last. Then we had the Pacers and the Wizards. Pacers 1-1-2 to the Wizards 1-0-4. Pacers on a good run there, Johnny, aren't they?
They are looking really good. And the fact that Tyrese Halliburton's out for the next couple of weeks, if they can
just hold the fort.
Just 50-50 their games for the next 2 weeks, because they were on a real tear, winning 6 of their last 7 before he went down.
Yeah.
But to be expected, though, I mean, against my favourite team, the Wizards, how did my boy pull at 28 points?
I was going to say.
But right on cue, he doesn't play. Kyle Kuzma, 11 points.
Yeah, it happens. Then we had the Hawks and the 76ers. Hawks 139 to the 76ers 132.
Good win by the Hawks. No Embiid, though.
Great win, to be honest. And then we had the Heat and the Thunder. Another good game, which, to be honest...
No Butler.
Yeah, which is disappointing.
I mean, we just gone through the fucking sides and no one's played.
Yeah. I mean, we had the Heat 120 to the Thunder 128. It's actually pretty disappointing. I'm getting pissed off. I'll be honest.
When did Butler play last?
I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I honestly feel like it's before Christmas.
We were watching a game
before
just
Christmas.
After,
yeah, it's honestly before Christmas. He's been out for a while. I don't know what that's about. Is he just match fixing? Clearly, that's exactly what they're doing and just putting themselves into just maybe a playing contention and then play properly.
Well, they're still, pretty good on the ladder.
I'm not denying that.
Well, actually, they've dropped down to 7 now. Bam can only do so much by himself.
Bam! Sorry. You know that scene out of Step Brothers? He's like, pow! But Bam. All right. And then we had, sorry for anyone who is listening to this. Then we had the Bulls and the Rockets. Bulls got up 1-2-4 to the Rockets 1-1-9. Now, this is an interesting game, the next one. Warriors, Pelicans. Warriors 1-0-5. Pelicans 1-4-1. An absolute shellacking. It is the Warriors done. Without doubt, their dynasty's done. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Steph go to another team over the next year or two. I don't know about next year, but
Steph only had 15. It's their field goal percentage, 43%, 30% the three. I've always had a problem with the Warriors' game plan because, and that's hard. It's a weird thing to say because when they were winning championships, you know, they were the first year that they won, they changed the game completely, and no one was ready for the 3-point revolution.
Yeah,
but the next year they were found out by Cleveland. You put hard defense on them. They did fall over in the last hurdle. Oh, well, what about the next two? Kevin Durant was the best mid-range player in the league. They had a game plan, and when they won their last championship, they were taking the ball to the rim. Good on defense. Right now, their team's just old. They're not playing the younger kids minutes. They need to give Kuminga more minutes. Because, I mean, he showed he's got the athleticism. When is he going to be, you know, the next to take that next step?
100%.
And to say this idea Draymond coming back is going to change it, it's not. He's too old now.
He did some sort of podcast and he took a bit of responsibility.
He took complete responsibility, saying when I come back, they've sort of asked, are you going to ease yourself into it? And he's like, well, no, this is my fault with my actions. I'm not injured.
It's good.
I'm going straight back in, which is really good. But it's like he's not that player. Like he's not that player for buckets anyway, and he's less athletic now. The thing that the Warriors were going the young option, and that was why they had Jordan Poole.
Yeah.
They were planning for the future. That didn't work out as correctly as they'd like. Draymond hit him. Obviously, they didn't get the results early. I still think they were on the right path there. Then they've gone back to playing their veterans, and New Orleans aren't world beaters. Like they're a good side, but they ain't world beaters.
They shouldn't have smashed them.
No one only. What? Valanciunas had 21 points. That was their best.
This is what I mean.
That was their best. They lost by 40 points, and only one player on the other side had 20 points.
Yeah. Well, it just as we said, Warriors dynasty.
Yeah, that's
over. Done. Finito. Then we had the Jazz and the Nuggets.
Another win for the Jazz.
Big upset. Jazz actually
they just beat the Bucks.
I know they're unsuspecting. They're just coming in slow killing giants.
Doesn't look as bad.
No, I like it.
Well, McCartan had 26 and Clarkson had 27 off the bench.
Did I say what the score was? 1-2-4 to 111 Nuggets.
What we know now.
Yep, we know now.
I mean, they beat the Bucks yesterday, so maybe they're starting to get their season going.
Who's on their team? I actually couldn't tell you who plays for the Jazz. I know that's Rudy Gobert. No.
So you got McCartan.
No, he plays for
Foncicchio, John Collins, Chris Dunn, and Colin Sexton. They're starters, but Jordan Clarkson off the bench had 27. McCartan had 26. I mean,
honestly couldn't tell you any of those players.
That's a really. I mean,
it's a great win.
The Nuggets had a full strength side.
Yeah,
like literally no one out.
No surprise.
Good win.
No surprise. No, you know what? Big surprise. I'm surprised the Nuggets are losing games like that. They should be winning, which is weird for them. I did see your boy, Mr. Consistent, throw a freaking Hail Mary.
Yeah, it was awesome, wasn't it?
Pretty awesome. Pretty good pass. Jump on the NBA highlights. Give that a watch. It's pretty good. Then we had my boys, Clippers and the Raptors. Clippers got up 1-2-6 to the Raptors 120. Good win. A very good fact.
Good comeback too.
Yep. Kawhi Leonard. Big fucking player for us. 14-1 over the last December and coming into the new year. So when we have him in the squad,
his percentage,
we win.
57% from the field, 48% from three, 92 from a free throw. He is the one.
He's averaging about 27, I think.
Yeah, and averaging 27, 6 and 5. He is the key for all I don't like with the low management or not.
You said that. You said that too earlier, and you're right.
Bully's won 2 finals MVP. The first one, he was the 3rd or 4th best player in the side during the year, but he really, for 2-3 games, took LeBron I wish we actually had that video. He took LeBron's efficiency down to 30%. There's a clear video of Kawhi coming back on the court. He's being subbed back on, and LeBron at the free throw is just like, fuck. Like, really worried about it. And then his stopover at the Raptors for a year, he wins a championship. He was just super clutch there. He's the one. He's back fit, and these numbers, he's the one.
He'll take us there if he can stay fit. If Kawhi Leonard stays fit, he's going to take us to the conference finals. It's very dependent on whether or not he can be there.
They're all playing their role too. You know, Harden had 14, 5, and 11. George is really. It looks like he's getting back to his original form.
The alley-oop today from Harden to George.
Was awesome.
Seeing that, it was bloody. Just reminded me.
And then you got Westbrook, the little energizer bunny on defense when he comes off. I'm not yet. I am starting
to like him,
to come around.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I still have massive question marks on James Harden's finals playoff performance.
So I do too. But if you have a player like Kawhi leveling that out, maybe that can make a difference.
Yeah. I mean, James Harden had Embiid last year. He won the MVP, but Embiid also choked as well.
Yeah. Now we have a funny clip just on Kawhi Leonard. I was looking up some good juicy content for the viewers out there. There is one thing, Kawhi Leonard's laugh, which we're actually going to react to a reaction that Kevin Hart is watching of Kawhi and his laugh, I think, when he's playing in Toronto days. So give this one a watch, guys, and we'll just be tagging along talking about it.
Ask you about Kawhi Leonard. Now, I know you're friends with a lot of these guys. I've seen you hanging around with a lot of these players. Have you ever spent any time around him? Because he doesn't speak very much.
Yeah, I have.
Okay, so people were kind of stunned when he spoke the other day in Toronto, and then particularly stunned at what it sounds like when he laughs. Let's play that again for those who haven't seen it.
A lot of people up here don't know much about you.
He's so serious.
How would you describe yourself, and what would you like people to know about you?
I'm a fun guy.
I'm a fun guy.
Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, there's just more questions you have to ask me, in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
Kevin, what?
Kevin's reaction is better than the laugh.
What is that? I'm sorry. It's that funny, right? I mean, what? Do you have any comments at all?
What just happened? It's like not even a laugh. It's like an outburst. It's like,
If someone is sitting in the front of one of your shows and laughs like that, what would you
I'm going to
react?
punch him in the face. Punch him.
right.
I'm going to punch you in the face.
I want you to hear one more. I thought
Can
this
you
was
go to the
actually-
last bit of the video?
This is Michael Beasley, who's one of LeBron James' new teammates in LA, talking to our Dave McMenamin. And this is a conversation that genuinely goes nowhere, okay? Just listen closely to this.
Move back.
Because, you know, certain people aren't just going to give you good information.
No, you got to go back.
Go on
Obviously,
the mic.
they're not on an interview, this interview. So go to
Where
the start
should
of
the
that one.
ceiling be for this group?
The ceiling?
Oh, God.
I don't know. I'm not sure. That's not up for me.
God.
I'm not an analysis. I'm not a stat chaser or
He's not an analysis. Oh, God, Michael.
so.
Oh,
like I
no,
said,
not
we're
like
here to
this,
do one
Michael.
job, which is work, sacrifice, and take it a day at a time.
Oh, Michael. No. Oh, God.
What?
You know what it is, man? You know, you got. I blame the reporters.
Can we stop it now?
journalists,
Yeah.
Because you know, certain people aren't just going to give you.
Oh, that's hilarious. That is too funny. All right, we're going to jump into the highlights of the. What did you call it? The Clash of the Titans.
It's a clash of the Titans. The Leprechauns versus the Thundercats.
It was. Johnny, I'm going to get you to read out the scores for me. We're going to play some highlights over the top.
I was 127 to 120. We got the best sides here in the East and the West.
Yeah.
Clearly. We both said, now, when we were talking about this game yesterday, I thought it was actually in Minnesota.
You did. You
so
were wrong.
I was wrong. It was at the Boston Garden. But regardless, you got the clear favourites, of the year, Boston, and then Minnesota have been, by us as well, have been sort of, the Canuck Thundercats. They're so deep, and they didn't have Rudy Gobert or Mike Conley today. This was, as advertised, as good a game as you can get. The game went right to the wire, went to overtime, and just going through, like Jaylen Brown's first half was absolutely phenomenal, and I was very critical against the Thunder because he was so inefficient. Well, look at his numbers: 35 points, 56% from the field, and 50% from three. Then you had Jason Tatum's last quarter. How is this second half? How is he not in contention for the MVP race? He's been an absolute. He's second half with you, 50% from the field,
sexy shot,
54% from three. He had 45 points.
Yeah,
he was absolutely huge. But then, so they're the clear favourites now.
Celtics,
which they already were, but this is now unanimous. They have beaten who they needed to beat. But Minnesota lost no friends.
Well, they had 2 outs.
And I mean, geez, they got some good players. I mean, Anthony Edwards,
They took it to overtime. They took it to overtime.
Carl Anthony Towns I thought was huge with 25 points as well. McDaniels, Anderson, Alexander Walker. They're a really good side without two of their starters. They were 9 points up though. They will be ruining this.
Yeah.
3-pointers open.
Yeah, it's Celtics for me. Definitely got it.
The dagger at the end. That was huge.
I mean, look at the efficiency was very even. Field goal percentage 43% for the Celtics, 46% for the Timberwolves. From three, 40% from the Celtics, 41% from the Timberwolves. From the free throw line, not this. This is the massive thing for the Celtics. 96.8%.
Yeah, they shot 21
from 31.
Oh, shit, I got that wrong.
And then the Timberwolves were 18 from 20. Rebounds, 46 to 47. Very even. Assists, 21 to 22. Blocks, 4 to 6. The biggest difference really was, I think, what would have obviously hurt the Timberwolves, and it actually makes sense what the scoreline is. The fouls, 19 Celtics, 27 to Timberwolves. That's the one stat. That looks different, but I think we've learnt a lot that the Celtics now,
clear favorites.
They already are, but now they earn the unanimous. They've beaten everyone they've had to. Minnesota, for me, even though they lost,
it was a win.
I will now take them.
Very seriously.
They can win it all. They can win it all. They can win it all in the West.
Big call.
They can make. Well, they just went up with two key players in the Boston Garden, and probably should have won.
They took it to. I mean, they should have won.
They were up most of the game.
9 points with 3 minutes to go. They should have had it. And they Celtics, as they do. Good team, came back.
Jason Tatum.
He just came in clutch.
Jeez, and his footwork.
Guy's a smooth operator. I think he's got the best shot in the NBA at the moment. honestly, and meaning the amount of shots he takes. I think, like, even aesthetically looking at his shot, he's actually got the nicest looking shot. But he shoots so much.
Well, his role model was Kobe Bryant.
So I reckon he's got a nicer shot.
That's a bit.
What are you going to say that Kobe? Well, you're going to just.
That's a bit much.
You're going to go to the bedroom with Kobe fucking Bryant fucking videos of his shot? No.
It's fucking good.
It's not that good.
It's the weirdest statement I've ever heard. But anyway, look at his footwork.
It sounded like you fucking think he's got. If anyone has the best jump shot, you'd say someone like a. No, I think Tatum's just got a fucking freak.
Who did he copy?
Mate, he doesn't look. It doesn't look like. It doesn't look.
Dude,
like
they've got highlights. How close it is. There's fucking compilations of it.
We'll bring it up.
Oh my
tomorrow.
god, he literally copies his
I'm
footwork.
not going to bring it up now. Yeah, I don't doubt the footwork. I see the footwork
and the shot. It's literally the same.
But Kobe's shot was flat and hard. It was like a bullet.
Yeah, he's because Kobe's not 6'9".
But Tatum throws it up in the air like a lob city. It looks like.
Look at the footwork. Look at how he positions his fadeaway.
All right. I'm just talking about a stock standard shot.
He's literally said my whole game is Kobe Bryant. Everyone knows that.
All right, fair enough. No one cares enough, John. Keep going.
Okay. Go to bed with Jason Tatum.
What are we talking about now? We jumping into our segment, or we done?
There was Celtics play Bucks tomorrow.
That's big.
That's big.
Your
I reckon
boys.
they're going to smash us. I reckon it's going to get bad.
Do you know what? I predicted right this time, saying the Celtics would win. I reckon the Bucks will win. I'm going to throw a big one out there. Like, I'm not going to say the old, if they have someone. No.
That's fair.
Bucks are going to win.
In the basketball, you've got to fucking say it, though. Yeah? It's
Seems
interesting.
that way. Can't just say no. You know what's annoying, right? Like, AFL have, they release the squads on a Thursday and then they all play on the weekend or even on a Wednesday, sorry.
Yeah.
And you have emergencies. Like there's like there's 3 emergencies that might step in if someone gets injured in between now and then. Basketball, it's just like, fuck, can't be fucked playing today. I guess old mate on the bench can get his fucking minutes in.
They even have rules that you have to play 65 games to win awards. Like, so
clearly don't give a fuck.
That's what the good thing about footy is. Like, even like, it's exciting when the teams come out. Fucking what are the lineups?
Yeah.
You can analyze it well. While basketball, it's just because it's just so go. There's no actual rounds.
No, and it's what it annoys me. Because you can't predict games as best you can. Like if the Heat and Thunder came up,
imagine being a punter.
Dude, there's
It's
no
too
chance.
hard because after a quarter of the time,
How many people do you reckon bet on basketball?
heaps.
Yeah, but how many people are successful?
Because it's an easy one. If the players are playing, it's easier to predict. Someone's going to average a triple double.
But how do you know if the players are playing?
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to say. Is
it'd be very hard to bet on.
like the Heat and the Thunder today, I would have thought the Heat could have gotten up if Jimmy was playing. Of
course.
Buckets was playing. But, of course, he's not. So.
He hasn't played for weeks.
Anyway, guys, that was loud. We are going into our top 10 current NBA players of all time. We've got the number 6 on our list. John, you're going to lead the way. Let's see.
I went last time.
Let's see.
Your turn.
Alrighty. I think you went twice.
I've gone twice in a row.
In a row. Anyway, my 6th, don't bloody look here, mate.
I'm not.
My 6th on my list, he's been a defensive player of the year twice. He's been in the All-Star games 5 times. He's an NBA Finals MVP twice in his career from 2 championship wins. And that is my boy, Kawhi Leonard. He's had 3 teams. He's played at the Spurs, Toronto, and the Clippers. He's averaged an astounding amount of points, assists, and boards per game. He's an incredible player. I'm guessing he's your 6 as well.
Yes, it's Kawhi. Okay. It's Kawhi. 2-time Finals MVP. 2-time at his peak. He's
a freak.
He is the best 2-way player. He really plays like MJ and Kobe did. That he plays both ends of the court. Excuse me. What holds him back from not? So if you look at all the players who have played who are in the top 15, or even down to top 13, they've all won 2 Finals MVP. So if you don't even look at someone and they've won 2 times 2 Finals MVP, you assume that they are one of the greatest players of all time. That's what Kawhi has. What hurts Kawhi
is know what you're gonna say.
His lack of... He doesn't dominate the regular season.
No.
He's missed so many games. Like he hasn't... I don't think he's never won an MVP. I'm not even sure if he's had a top finish.
No.
So he's got the weirdest career ever. It's why he's not higher.
So I'll put his stats out there for everyone who's there. 19.8 points, 19.8 points per game, 6.4 boards, and 3 assists.
Like it's not an elite...
It's not an elite.
It's not an elite scoreline.
But he must, that's what I'm saying. That's why he's 6th. Because if he had an MVP behind him and he had an average of, say, 25, north of 25, and he had maybe, call it 8 assists, and then he had 8 ball, that's an exceptional sort of performance. And it's one of those things, it is quite annoying because I actually really love him as a player. I think he's great. He comes in clutch. He plays really, really well when he needs to. But it's unfortunate to see that his performance just lets him down in that regard. He had some great, I guess, what would you call it? runs. Like at the Clippers, I know he averaged in the 2019 to 2020, he averaged 27.1, 7.1 and 4.9 assists per game. So I guess it comes back to him being fit and healthy.
Well, I mean when he was at Toronto, like he was absolutely phenomenal. And people were arguing that he was the best player in the game.
At Toronto?
When he was at
18
Toronto.
19?
Huh?
18.
Yeah, when he won the finals, I mean, he hit the
He was averaging 26 and 7.
He hit the luckiest shot that bounced sideways to win a Game 7 series. Yeah, it's just, I don't think he cares about the regular season.
No.
What's annoying is he hasn't even been there for the playoffs. But he's fit now, and look at how good he's been. We've sort of been robbed because we know how good he is. It's like, can you just play?
That's literally...
And it's going to be the weirdest thing. Let's say they win the chip, and he wins their third finals MVP. Where do you put him?
Well, then you have
that puts him in the realm of top 6, top 7. But, does he be? You can't say is he better than KD or Steph.
No, because based on the regular season, they're carrying the teams to get there. But when it matters, he's playing the best.
But the Spurs, he wasn't carrying them. He was the third or fourth player, and he
did very well.
When we say he shut down LeBron still averaged 28, 7 and 7, but he brought his efficiency from 55 to 30.
He was a superstar.
He was a stopper. It was the Toronto game where he was the best player. Like he was the reason that they got there. They don't win that championship without him. Yeah. Not even close. I mean, Toronto haven't done much since. So he's got the weirdest career. Accolades. It's interesting.
No, it is.
But that's another one. Again, we've got the same fucking thing.
I'm worried about our top 5 because I think that it's going to be identical now. That I look at it. I was going to swap Kawhi. I did look at Kawhi for a second there and go, you know what? He could move up, but then everyone else above my list has MVPs.
Very good.
So that was where I went, I'm going to argue myself if I move him up. Yeah. Like that's genuinely
it's a fair point.
Now we have a very special guest coming on Sunday. John, do you want to inform the viewers as to who's coming on?
We got Geordie Scott, one of my friends, coming on Sunday. Talk about sport, what he likes. He's a mad Collingwood supporter, so I'm sure we'll discuss that. He's pretty chuffed that they won the grand final, and do a bit of talk about different sport, tennis. So a bit of a review of the Australian Open, which starts on that day.
I'm excited. I'm keen. I wasn't happy that Rafa's
very disappointing, isn't it? I think he's done.
Yeah, I think he should.
I reckon he should just do everything he can to play one last French.
I agree. You know what they say? Like, you're going to put up the boots in football. What do you put up the racket? Like, what do you do when you retire in tennis?
Break your back. I don't know.
You're going to break your back?
I don't know.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much wraps up our episode for today. Sorry for being an absolute buzzkill on the end of that one, guys. If you are still watching, really appreciate it. Please ask John, how is he doing? He loves it. Not at all. He hates it. Please like, subscribe. Johnny, what else do they need to do?
Ring the bell.
Ring that fucking bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Okay, what are we calling this one?